The real reason behind the Russia-Ukraine war, a struggle for strategic resources and global technological dominance. While the media often portrays the war in Ukraine as a conflict over territorial disputes, NATO expansion, or cultural tensions, the true reasons for the invasion lie much deeper. Behind the public narratives, the war is part of a high-stakes competition for control over critical resources, advanced technologies, and geopolitical leverage that will determine the balance of power in the 21st century. Ukraine's untapped resource wealth. Ukraine is one of the most resource-rich countries in Europe, holding vast reserves of critical materials that are essential for modern technologies and military industries. Among its most valuable resources are 1. Lithium, a key component for batteries used in electric vehicles, smartphones, and renewable energy storage. 1. Ukraine possesses significant deposits of lithium, particularly in the Donetsk and Kirovohrad regions, which have drawn the attention of global tech companies and governments. 2. Titanium. Ukraine is one of the world's largest producers of titanium, a strategic metal used in aerospace, defense, and advanced manufacturing. 2. Controlling titanium supplies provides a critical advantage in military production. 3. Rare earth elements. While not widely publicized, Ukraine's geology suggests untapped deposits of rare earth elements, which are crucial for technologies like semiconductors, precision-guided weapons, and renewable energy systems. 4. Grain and agriculture. Ukraine is known as the breadbasket of Europe, producing massive amounts of wheat, corn, and sunflower oil. 4. With global food insecurity on the rise, controlling Ukraine's agricultural output offers significant leverage in international politics. These resources make Ukraine far more than a geopolitical buffer. It is a strategic prize for any global power. The energy infrastructure and pipelines. Beyond its natural resources, Ukraine is a critical hub for energy transit. The country hosts a network of pipelines that transport Russian natural gas to Europe, making it a key player in the global energy market. Controlling Ukraine allows a nation to dictate energy flows, putting pressure on European economies that depend on Russian gas. In recent years, Ukraine had been working to reduce its dependence on Russian energy, exploring alternative partnerships with European countries and the United States. This shift threatened Russia's economic leverage over Europe, as well as its ability to use energy as a geopolitical weapon. The hidden tech race, data and innovation hubs. Ukraine is not only resource-rich but also a growing center for technological innovation. The country has become a hub for IT development, cybersecurity, and drone technology, attracting investments from Western tech firms and defense contractors. Reports suggest that prior to the invasion, Ukrainian engineers were working on cutting-edge military technologies, including autonomous drones and advanced cyber weapons. These innovations could disrupt the balance of power in the region, especially if they were integrated into NATO systems. Russia's invasion aimed not only to seize territory but also to capture these intellectual and technological assets, preventing Ukraine from becoming a Western-aligned tech powerhouse. The role of geopolitics, NATO and Western interests. While Russia claims its invasion as a response to NATO expansion, the reality is more complex. NATO's interest in Ukraine is not just about military alliances, it's about ensuring access to the country's resources and preventing Russia from monopolizing them. Western corporations had already begun investing heavily in Ukraine's lithium and rare earth industries, signing exploratory agreements and funding mining operations. If Russia were to gain full control of Ukraine, it could block these investments and consolidate its position as a supplier of critical materials to the global market. The stakes are not just economic, they're strategic. Whoever controls Ukraine's resources will have the upper hand in the emerging technological era, from electric vehicles to renewable energy to advanced weapons systems. Chernobyl and advanced nuclear technology. Russia's swift capture of the Chernobyl exclusion zone during the invasion raised eyebrows around the world. While Chernobyl is often viewed as a dangerous relic of the Soviet era, the site holds more than just historical significance. 1. Nuclear expertise. Ukraine inherited significant nuclear expertise from the Soviet Union, and its scientists remain at the forefront of research into nuclear safety and energy. 2. Radioactive materials. Chernobyl still contains radioactive isotopes and materials that could be repurposed for advanced scientific or military applications. 2. Controlling the site prevents Western powers from accessing these assets. 3. Strategic location. The exclusion zone's location near the Belarusian border makes it a key staging ground for military operations. Some analysts believe Russia's interest in Chernobyl is tied to its broader strategy of reasserting dominance in nuclear technology and ensuring that Ukraine does not develop its own nuclear capabilities. The role of oligarchs and economic elites behind the scenes, the war in Ukraine is also a battle between competing oligarchic and corporate interests. On one side, Russian oligarchs and state-controlled companies seek to consolidate their control over Ukraine's wealth and prevent Western competition. On the other side, Western corporations and financial institutions aim to integrate Ukraine into the global economy, profiting from its resources and strategic position. The war allows these elites to pursue their goals under the guise of patriotism and national defense, while the true beneficiaries are often the corporations and individuals profiting from resource extraction, arms sales, and reconstruction contracts. The Information War. Why the truth is obscured. Both Russia and the West have a vested interest in controlling the narrative around the war. By framing the conflict in terms of ideology, such as democracy versus authoritarianism or NATO versus Russian aggression, both sides distract from the underlying economic and technological stakes. Media outlets rarely highlight the role of Ukraine's resource wealth, technological advancements, or energy infrastructure, focusing instead on military movements and humanitarian crises. This narrative ensures that the broader public remains unaware of the deeper motivations driving the conflict. The implications for the future. The outcome of the war in Ukraine will shape the global order for decades to come. If Russia gains control of Ukraine, it will solidify its position as a resource superpower, wielding immense influence over Europe's energy and technological future. If Ukraine aligns fully with the West, it could become a critical partner in developing the next generation of technologies, breaking Russia's grip on global resources. Ultimately, this is not just a war over territory, it is a battle for the future of energy, technology, and economic dominance in the 21st century. And while governments and corporations fight for control, it is the people of Ukraine who bear the brunt of the conflict, caught in the crossfire of a struggle far larger than themselves. Behind every public statement about democracy or sovereignty lies a deeper, more pragmatic truth. The war in Ukraine is about power, resources, and the future of global dominance. And as long as these stakes remain hidden, the conflict will continue to escalate, with no clear end in sight.